What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Here is a gameplay video of one of the pillars, or seems to be one of the pillars for this upcoming PT and the events going on right now. So we might as well take a look at the FLORIAN matchup, and here I think they boarded in the best equipment slots into us, and yeah, didn't get any damage through them there, and let them mulligan 2 cards basically. It's a little unfortunate. Also, I feel like lately Tullicher has been giving me the fucking cards and dupes there. So like, I don't know. Yeah, well, we just could have given. I was considering giving equipment here, but it's gonna be a little bit longer game, and cycling the null shock here into anything is basically better. Yeah, besides, well, this card. This is the only card that is very bad here. Unlucky. It is what it is. But yeah, longer game. Don't want to give the equipments out just yet. Also, what's his face? What's his face? Wait, I'm blanking now. Yeah, so cycling about anything, it's good. Also I don't have a sigil, so I can't really use like my whole hand very well there, even if I keep it. So that is unlucky. But now they play the tree, taking up on the aggressor route here, not trying to fatigue us or anything, which is fair. It's a good hand that they were allowed to keep. And here I'm hoping that they would face Purge here. But I have 2 cards in hand, so there's like not a reasonable reason to be giving Purge here. You always have to play a little around face Purgatory. Either keeping like 2 cards in hand so you don't lose Ganon Flash, or then giving like a lose-lose situation about the card you don't mind losing, basically. But also like the discharges are a little bit suspect into Purgatory builds. Because then you just attack 7 into that and give them full value. Basically just dealing over cards that are not very good. So that's why like if you're looking space to cut into, for example, Aurora, could be 1 or 2 copies of discharge as well. But yeah, we just block with the cards we can't really use and play the cards that we can use. Trying to play towards a little bit more setup and taking damage to trying to grab the tempo. This matchup is generally very free for us, but of course draws happen and stuff like this. So here I make a mistake. Yeah, I'm playing very sloppy. I realize this when I revert, because I have not seen any cards from opponents, so I think reverting is not the worst thing in the world. So their Carapace here, we denied the decompose. Sometimes you can give them the decompose, but yeah, it depends if they can, like, if they decompose and they are left with 0 earth cards here, they can't felling you, if that's the info you need. Just because generally their decompose does not matter too much in this matchup. Like, the game is not going into the late game where they start like reaping a lot of value from like 0 for 5 blue pitch cards into, like, yeah, just pitch a card to grasp, generate tokens and send reaping blade, basically, type of deal. So you don't need to be too worried about decompose, but that's that. Here I decide to not keep around the channel lightning valley. I value having gun and flash a lot more. Here's the little mistake though. I should put down the somersault rather than the gun and the flash. because of plow under. And also we could have been able to block 5 here too, but this offense is very good. Very good here. So we take this. Now this could be the purge turn for sure, because we are doing somersault discharge thing here. So now giving card and a card, having 2 cards, and then coming 7 here. And unfortunately it is this one. Yeah, I want the brilliance there. They have the annoying thing here, because I would have wanted to pitch the Garden Flash under back to my deck basically, but I'm trying the Garden Flash here. That's great. So now basically, let's actually solve this. There could be a better line here, because the thing I'm about to do is Garden Flash, Blink, then we play Sigil of Aether, and go Blast Conductivity. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Arcane, and 8 physical here, right? So the other option would be play Conductivity, Blast Blink, back this thing. So then there's 4, and then we just go 12 here, so no Arcane. So it's 1 more damage doing the Arcane, and also like if you have similar damage types or like damage values, then the split type is generally better. But it would have been good combo hand too. But this is very much good enough. Like these type of hands you are very often allowed to do in the Florian, because they like to block a lot. Sometimes they send plows and fellings, but that's pretty much just their power turn. Runic Reclamation. If it deals damage, it breaks one of the ores on our side, and then they create a thing. It's a very good card, by the way. It's a very good card into Aura for Florian. It's basically felling number 4 to 6. But into us, it does not matter really. Unless, of course, it breaks the LV embodiment. That is kind of bad, but we can do a clean block here. I do want to rewind here a bit, because if they send this and they take, for example, conductivity, I don't think that's a huge deal, because then we get to go again. Then we get to go again. So we can go gone, pitch, shock. Gone, pitch, shock. We have 1 floating. Go eclectic mind warp. We have this too. So instead of we block 7, send 8. So that's 15 value turn plus 1 from here. 1 or 2, right? But it's 1. 18 value turn. Very good. The other option would be 1. Don't walls are this. So that's 4, 5, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 16. And I have to use Tunic too. So that's worse, but it's 1, 2, 3, potentially 4 if you want to use this one. But they might also break this, but I think it's worse for us if they break this conductivity, right? So then, but it's interesting solves if you can, if you want to use these, I mean the bindings and the tunic, you can force 3 more value doing the mind warp. But taking the safe route here, because our life total is it would go to 9. That is very dubious. But solves to keep in mind. But here, like going mind warp for 1 or 2. Amp is already like really good, really good because it forces a card out of their hand. A blue they would want to pitch, but usually Florians do have like average 2 blues in their hand. But here they cover the amp. So we have low card hand. It's a good AB. It's definitely a good AB. And I think opponent definitely played well this game. That's why I want to highlight this game because I feel like I've not been able to get good game and a Yiffy on Talishare, unfortunately. And the testing games I cannot publish, unfortunately. Not in Patreon, nowhere. By the way, shelter is $100 over. It's €100. It's more than the cost of the box, isn't it? That is fucking madness. Okay, we take that. Wait, what happened? Oh yeah, it's pissed me off a little bit. This play right here, but because it breaks conductivity, and I would have wanted to flush Brilliance back to my hand, throwing out the Eclectic. But such is game mechanic and a thing in the matchup, so can't be mad about that one. So here I'm just thinking if I should, because the life totals are what they are, if I should use the grease for extra 5 value, getting 1 extra AP, but I think we can hold here uno momento, a little more. And I decide to IP this Blast to Oblivion. And I think that's the correct play here, because I can also arsenal that one. I have not seen a single plow, nor felling, but I do draw a lot of cards with Cannon Flash in my hand, so there's other options that I can put down with felling. And I could combo with Blast Oblivion too. That is also a thing. Because I have Sigil of Brilliance on the ground. This right here is exactly because we have Brilliance with Flash of Brilliance here. So it creates us this play here of being able to go Blast Oblivion, IP that one, put that one on the ground. It's very context dependent. Okay, let me go on a little rant here. You see this fucking hand? My opponent does the poor thing of swinging Reaping Blade here into Flash of Brilliance, Sigil of Brilliance in the ground, and combo still open. Like, well, this doesn't matter. It's just this right here, right? But I have Blast here because I tried to play around their Plow. Um, the real issue here is that I would need 2 seals or 2 instants to combo with Blast. But if I don't do anything and this draws no instant, then my gun Blast Oblivion here is dead. So I would go Entwine gun, bam, bounce that back, that get +1 AP, shoot this, shoot etchings. Not the worst thing in the world, right? But yeah, the biggest trend here is this Entwine Lightning card. Alright, like I played a decent big games on it right now, like 50 games, and then I think this card just fucking sucks. Alright, like yeah, that card, yeah. Maybe bored. Back in there, buddy. The biggest issue is just this it's not lightning. Like, okay, the biggest issue is it's not a lightning card, so I can't fix it with Flash of Brilliance. So that means that the hand that I draw it with is not really comboable unless it's exactly Gun and Flash and a couple of instants, but you would still prefer it to be instant. But it's not the end of the world if you have like Sigil of Lightning, I don't know, Somersault, Gun, Flash, and Twine, and a spell. It's still 0 for 4, which is good, right? Of course. But there's a lot of other combos where you can't like ever use it or convert it into a combo. Um, so the decks put you in a lot of pressure with a lot of on hits, disruption, damage, whatever. That when you find your combo avenue, you have to go for it. And I think if you put this card into your deck, you make your combo avenues a lot worse. So anytime this is in your hand, you would want to send it for 4. But you know what? When this is in your hand and you're comboing, not comboing anyways, rather than sending 4 offense, you would just rather block 4 defense. I'm not gonna even lie, just fucking rather than playing 3 Entwines, 3 Things, just go fucking 60 react rather than that. Like that. I'm gonna go on a record here, by the way. I'll go on record. Fry is better than Entwine. Like I've come around. At least Fry is fixable. At least Fry creates these very hyper powerful current funnel turns. And also, yeah, if you just want to normal combo, just ditch this card. Alright. And powerful 2-card hands, but you know, I will work on the deck having probably Eclectic or more Fries. Eclectic main or more Fries, because we do need more attacks. So it's not just drawing 16 instants in a row, which is good if you can access Gun Flash in your arsenal, but you know, that's not always possible. It might be in your bottom 30, 20 cards. It might get disrupted. Having a lot of instants then is kind of bad. So, you know, block 3, have other starters. But that's my render by Entwine. Fuck that. Fuck the Entwine, bro. uh, I thought I liked it, but yeah. Crash out, crash out, crash out. A little thinking here. A thinking moment. I do think it's a little interesting here. What would be the best course of action? But I will flash up Brilliance, Gana flash out of my hand. Because, well, I have not seen another Gana flash. And also, even if I did not draw Gana flash, like, because life totals are these, just just getting the more amp and damage from blast with sigils is is powerful enough here, right? I think for the matter of that context, it will stand true that even if I don't draw Gun Flash, and I would draw something like another spell would be just a break, right? But actually no, it wouldn't be a break. It would still be good. Fleeting would be good. Instant would be good. I don't know, it's just yeah. That card is also good. That card is also very good. I love Eclectic Magnetism, by the way. I am really a fan of the card. Big fan, big fan, big fan. Powerful stuff, good, consistent value stuff. Can be fixed with Flash or Brilliance. Can blocks 3, by the way. And is a starter for spells. So there's like a lot of important parts. I'm not even trying to hear where I'm hating on Entwine. I'm not trying like Turbo Tunnel. By the way, these values are really bad. But let's go back to the Entwine for a bit. So I'm not even trying to like Turbo Tunnel into playing for combo only. That's not really my style. But I do like to play a lot of like for consistent value, and I do want to keep my combo open. So by the time my opponent whiffs for a turn, I can just fuck them in the back door, you know? Like that's basically the tempo switch, the kill switch. That's like real assassin. I don't even know what I'm yapping, but hopefully you get the deal with like the Entwine, right? So I'll be updating mid-range. The soonish. Also, this card kind of sucks. Yeah. I don't know. This card also kind of sucks because Arsenal it's fake. Maybe it's more blasts, but that kind of also sucks. I think it's just Fry and Eclectic, and then there's a couple more space to tech for the meta. You might also could go more Calming Breeze, more Shelter. Also, by the way, just for a note here, like I mentioned, this card, 100 fucking euros. What is that? Like 120 bucks a piece. So you'd be like looking at almost like 400 with mail for a playset dollars. That is fucking deranged. Yeah, just play with Fate Force in. All right, just this is the important part. Block 4, like you just block 4. Fate Force in very good card. You just play that. I don't own this either. I can't justify myself to put like 400 euros into a playset of this. Like I can't. But a good card, good card. Yeah. Let me shout out the Patreon. Thank you, my patrons. I'm actually sure if this is updated. I hope it is. I did update it a little while ago. Um, very sorry if this is not updated. By the way, if you're a patron, you don't see your name here. Um, my humblest apologies. It will be next time there. I promise, pinky promise. But yeah, that's how you play Florian. It's kind of just a free punching back that sometimes sends falling back at you, and you sometimes need to think that you want to play around plow and CNC. Sometimes Weekends Link gets you, but it's a card game. I mean, you win like 90% of the time, so it's a very good matchup. Yeah. All right, peace.